internet off. It's on, Linda.
Well, don't you use the internet? Are we on live?
Yeah.
Hi. We always do this.
I told her it was on.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness. Y'all, we don't stage this. I promise we don't.
what happened was, I have internet service here, but in times past, it seems when I use my home internet, it messes up more. So I'm using my phone internet for it. So I'm gonna try and see, and hopefully it works. Now, what I want to know is if y'all are having problems with the video showing the wrong way, all you have to do is turn your phone. I'm gonna see if I was going to show you. Let me see here. I'm gonna get these comments off. Well, I guess I should. I'm gonna follow this on my other phone. So text me. I'm gonna show you.
Is Carla watching,
Okay.
Mary? Could she let
Yeah,
us
Carla's
know?
watching. See, this is the way it's gonna come over until you turn your phone. So you got to turn your phone. Let me see now. Let me make sure. I have to shake mine. All right, let me see here.
I've never heard of such.
Well, no, it ain't. It ain't working on mine. There we go.
Okay.
See? Well, it's my phone. I don't know if your phone is like mine or not, but you have to turn it there, and then turn it. Just keep turning it, and it'll eventually
Go to the landscape mode.
There we go. Well, I don't know.
Every device is
Every
different.
device is different.
We've
See?
learned this a long time ago. If you're on a tablet, an iPad, a computer, or a smartphone, they're all going to be different. So we would like to make it right for everybody, but that's might not
Right.
be possible.
Okay, I know some of y'all are still saying that it's sideways. So I'm trying to look at my phone to see, but we may have to turn it around because it's real cranky. But you can get it to go landscape.
Mary, do you want me to check mine?
You can if you want to, but I'm just gonna turn it back around because I don't. We'll have to do this off camera, Linda.
Okay. Okay.
We'll just do it off camera.
Okay.
All right, now we're back. So I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
I'm the one that's always trying new stuff. I tell you, one of these days I'm gonna have it down before I get on camera. But anyway, there is a way that your phone, if you're watching it on the phone, I know on computers, if we video it sideways, they will be bigger. I know that for certain. But the iPhones and the cell phones are all different, Linda.
Yes, they are.
So mine, it'll be showing just like y'all did sideways, and then I'll just keep turning and then it'll go landscape. So it's a lot of trouble, so I don't want to put y'all through that. So what we're going to be doing this morning is I told you that I was going to show you how to make soup in the blender in the blender cooking blender. Well, I made one last night. I made a sweet potato soup, and some of y'all out there might like it, but I didn't. The blender done fabulous.
You didn't like the taste.
I
of
didn't
it.
like the taste. The blender did. It is so easy and simple. I mean, it is really simple to use. But I didn't like the soup because the soup called for onions and garlic, and that's in sweet potatoes. I did not like the taste at all. I can show you what it looks like.
We don't necessarily like our sweet potatoes to be savory. We feel like it's something sweet.
See? That's what I made
I
last
can
night.
smell. You have garlic in it?
It's
I
got
can smell
garlic in it, and I did not like it with the sweet potatoes. But that recipe book comes. Would you put that in that sink for me,
will.
please, Linda? Thank you. I didn't care for the soup. Now, some people might. It comes with the recipe book, and this was in the recipe book. So what I wanted to know is just the general how to use the blender. So I learned how, and I don't care for this soup, but I'm going to be passing this along to somebody that I think might would. Now, so I am going to try my own recipe on this blender this morning. I think it will work. I'm pretty sure that it will work. I used the proportion according to the other recipes. The only thing about it is I don't know how that it's going to, liquid, how much liquid it's going to be in it. I'm almost positive that it's going to turn out pretty good.
It sounds good. The ingredients sound good.
But I'll tell you what, it has a cancel button on it in case that it overflows. It has a cancel button on it.
That's good to know, too.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the camera over here. And first of all, Linda, if you don't mind, I'm doing a vegetable soup. Now remember, this is done in that blender, so it's like a puree. It's not chunks in it at all. It just blends it all together. You can make up your own recipe, but I will tell you to be cautious about the liquid that you put in it, because this thing cooks. It gets hot, and it goes all the way up to the top. The liquid won't be, when you put it in there, it won't be half full. But when it cooks, it goes all the way to the top. That's why you have to be cautious. That's why that I done know where the cancel button is on the blender. I am only going to put about a fourth of an onion is what we put in there.
Is that enough what I cut off?
That's enough. Just chop it one time. You don't chop this stuff in small, anything you put in there. On the sweet potatoes, I did them in chunks, just big chunks. And then Linda's just cut up 2 small potatoes. That's a little over a cup of potatoes. And we did them in big chunks because it purees it all together. All right, so now we are going to put, I'm going to put the camera over there a little bit closer so y'all can see. Now, mind you, this is my own recipe, and I guess I use y'all for my example, but to get this open, you have to tilt it that way and pick it up. So
that's different, isn't
it? That's the cancel button right there in case I have to use it. All right.
This looks like it holds 7 cups of cold and 6 cups of hot. So that right there is going to tell you not to go over that, right?
Yeah, you don't want to go over that.
And I've not used this before, so I don't want to speak out of turn, Mary.
Okay, I'm gonna put the. Why don't you go ahead and put the potatoes and the onions in there now? And I would normally let me have that half a cup, please. Is that a cup? That's a cup.
That's a cup. Yes.
I thought
you need another measure.
Oh, I got one right here. I would probably put 1 shredded carrot or chunks of carrot in there. But I had these little pieces left over from something. I made a cheesy potato soup this week, and I put this in. So I'm gonna put a half a cup of shredded.
Okay.
I did drop some, didn't I, Linda?
I got it.
Okay, so I'm through with this. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put, because like I said, I'm doing a vegetable soup. I didn't have any celery. So I'm going to put celery seed, and I'm putting 1/4 the celery seed, because I just remember, this is not a big pot. This is more like for 2 people. Actually, it'd probably feed 4 people, probably, according to that potato soup last night, Linda.
Probably would, because
I'm putting 1/4 a teaspoon of sweet basil, and like I said, I'm making this thing up, but I'm good at that.
Yeah,
I don't mean I'm good at it.
No, you are good at it.
I mean, I'm bad about doing my own
good
recipe.
at it. You do.
And then 1/4 tablespoon of Italian seasoning.
Teaspoon. That was teaspoon.
What did I say?
Fourth
teaspoon.
Yeah.
Teaspoon. All right. And then I've got some bacon that I've already fried that's crispy. I'm probably going to put about a tablespoon. I want a little bit of flavor in there, so I'll just blend.
Give it good flavor.
Okay, so I'll put a little bit of bacon in there. I'm putting a can of Italian style stewed tomatoes. And well, this is the fourth, but I'm actually going to put it a half a teaspoon of salt. And like I said, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to turn out, but I think it'll work. And then I'm going to put that's a half a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm putting a half a cup of vegetable broth.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, that's when somebody calls this business phone. I put a half a cup, and you know what? I'm gonna put another, cause I know according to what I had yesterday, I'm gonna put that makes a whole cup.
Okay.
I'm just, like I said,
So if anybody's trying to call us,
please don't call during this time.
Don't call during the time that we're taping. It messes us up.
Okay.
I guess not everybody watches.
I pull that
us.
out just a little bit. And to put this back on, you have to tilt it far. To put this back on, you tilt it the opposite to get it back on. And it fits. Make sure this lid is on tight. I mean, it's got open and close on top, and it has some little latches, so make sure that's latched good. There's a button on the side. You turn it on, and then you turn this wheel till you get to soup.
It's dialed like our other small appliances are.
Until soup lights up. And you're on soup, and you push the button. Now, 30 minutes, that soup will be done. And it makes a noise, but it will chop that up. And it goes off and on. I'm going to move this away from the camera now. I didn't think about that making a lot of noise while we're cooking.
Do I need to move this?
You can, please.
Okay.
Yeah. It goes off. Don't think there's something wrong with it if it stops, because what it does is in the heating, it's heating up. It takes it a few minutes before it actually starts cooking, because it has to heat up. So it'll go off and on until it's done. In 30 minutes it'll be done. So now we're gonna make some chocolate chip cookies. So
we've had several people ask for them.
yeah, we've had several people ask for these chocolate chip cookies. So okay, let me get the mixer out. I am doubling this recipe because I've got a sweet couple. It's the brother that wants them from church that said, would you please make me some chocolate chip cookies? So I'm going to take him some, and I've got several other people. And my grandkids, they like it. So I'm doubling this recipe. The recipe calls for a third cup of butter, but I doubled it. So everything I'm giving y'all today is doubled. This is 2/3 a cup of butter.
I was looking for nuts to chop, but you're not putting
I'm
nuts
not
in
going to
these,
put
are
nuts
you?
in it, Linda, because
Okay.
I'm not sure about the elderly gentleman. I'm not sure. So, and then Linda, if you will,
want to move this over there by the
what?
by the
I'm going to move this. I can. Let me move this
you
over
want
there.
this in here, right?
Please, yes, Linda. I'm hooking up my mixer. That's what I'm doing.
So you put Crisco and butter in here.
Crisco and butter, the same amount, equal amounts
And this
of butter.
is our aunt's recipe.
This is Aunt Elsie's recipe. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna cream the butter and the shortening together before I add the sugar. Some people don't. That's just what I do. I'm just gonna cream it real good. Preheat your oven to 375.
And the cookie sheets, do I need to grease those like the grease them?
Well, I'm just gonna use parchment paper.
Oh, you're going to use parchment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put the parchment paper on it if you want to, Linda. You don't have to, but I'm just beating this it's and you know when you're doing butter and shortening, it always spread, and using a mixer, it always goes up on the side. So I use a spatula to pull it down in. So.
And Mary, when you're doing your putting your parchment down on the cookie sheets, do you put a little tiny bit of shortening under it so it'll stay?
Well, Linda, I don't. But if that works, well, let's do it. Is that what you do?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Linda knows more about this baking than I do. Okay.
It just kind of makes it adhere to the cookie sheets. It's just a real light little.
I've made this chocolate chip cookies a lot, but some things I don't know that Linda knows. This is a cup of brown sugar, and then I need a cup of imperial sugar. Now, like I said, you can use any sugar, but this is imperial sugar is the finest sugar that you can buy, in my opinion.
See, it doesn't slide off.
That's a good
When you
tip.
put a little bit of shortening under it, it won't slide.
I'd like a little bit more, make it a cup. I'll just use this cup to fill it up, finish filling it up. Well, it's still not full. I need to get my leveler out, but I was using this sack.
You want to use, well, I was going to say you want to use this, but
I think this is
you're probably
enough.
done.
Okay, now that is, that's a cup of brown sugar and a cup of imperial granulated sugar. And I mix this up. Linda, you say it wasn't raining on the way over here?
No, I thought the rain had moved out, and Chuck said that it's supposed to start again about noon, so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The roads, some of them more than others,
It's some kind of little
looks like a gnat
mat
or
or
something,
something.
hold the water, where the ruts are in the road,
Yeah.
and it can be, when the rain comes down real heavy, you know, you can hydroplane very easy.
Yeah.
A girl did it.
Highway 59 is, I wish that little gnat. Wish I could, hey, I got him.
Did you get it?
Yeah, let me wash my hands.
Are you just going to break the eggs on one
Yeah,
of these
break the
cups?
eggs and beef up the cans, Linda, if you want to.
Do you need this cup measure again for the flour? You got your flour
I've already got
pre-measured.
it. I've already got it measured up, so I don't need
Okay.
I don't need the measuring cups again.
You can beat them. I'll just break them and
All
put
right.
them in there for you.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind to beat them.
Oh, that's all right. I was just
I just didn't
giving
take
you
over
something to
your-
do.
Take over your.
Hey, I don't worry about you taking over my job. We're doing this together. And y'all hear how that's going off and on back there. Okay. All right, the vanilla.
Okay, you got them.
Uh,
You gonna use this?
I got it right here. It's a
Okay,
teaspoon.
you already got it out.
It's a teaspoon. Let me look at my recipe. Where's my? I wrote it
Right
down.
here.
I can't remember if it was two. Because I can't remember.
For the double, it's 2.
Two. Okay. For the double is 2.
And how many of these do you want open, Mary?
Both packages.
Okay.
I don't like that much chocolate chips in mine, Linda. But that's what the recipe calls for, so I'll just
Yeah,
put it in there.
it seems like a lot, but
It does.
but real chocolate chip cookies do have a lot of them. And
I'm sorry, Linda.
are you using milk or milk chocolate or?
I'm using milk chocolate chips because that's my favorite. Of course, I'm probably not going to eat one, but I might. I don't know. I probably won't. And I should have got the semi-sweet because probably people would rather have that. Right now, I need my dry ingredients. You always mix your liquids together and your solids separate. This is 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And we need the salt and the baking powder. Is it over there?
Yes. Well, this is baking soda. Is that what you need?
Baking soda, yes.
Okay.
And it's 1 teaspoon. I got a teaspoon, don't I? Oh, there it is. That's a half a tablespoon. Okay, there's the. Well, when you get ready for one.
I need to put 2 sets of mine out instead
Yeah.
of just 1 set.
Okay, this is 1 teaspoon of salt in the flour. And then I want 1 teaspoon of soda. This is baking soda. This is baking soda. This is not baking powders, it's baking soda. Did I put that salt in there? Okay.
You put,
You put
it
it in the flour, that's where I wanted it.
Yeah, I mixed it.
Okay, so I mixed that together and I didn't dirty another bowl since I measured my flour in this. I just put it in this. I put a little bit in there.
It's a nice mixing bowl. That's that big set,
Yeah,
right?
this is Pamper Sheriff bowl.
I was looking at your recipe to see about the buttermilk, and then it dawned on me the buttermilk is what goes in tea cakes. We
Yeah,
don't put buttermilk in here.
I'll
I
put the
know
rest
Aunt
up.
Elsie's.
Today's Aunt Faye's birthday.
Is it?
Happy birthday, Aunt
Happy
Faye.
birthday, Aunt Faye. I'm named after her.
Yes.
Mama's baby sister, and we
Yeah.
sure do love her. One of the best cooks that ever
Aunt
walked
Faye.
in a kitchen.
Aunt Faye was a good cook, and Aunt Elsie, the one that this is her recipe. She's a good cook.
Yes, all of our aunts are.
Yes,
good
they are.
cooks.
Aunt Lucy, she's a good cook. We was just raised around some good cooks,
Yes, we
weren't we?
were. We sure were. Are you going to use the scoop to scoop these out?
I am. That second drawer there, Linda.
Is it the large?
I don't want the
chef
large. I wanted that medium. They're over there, right to the right there, right under the blend, the whisk. They're under there.
one? So you want this one?
That's the one I would like. Which one would you use?
2 tablespoons.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's the one I think we ought to use.
Okay.
We could use. I'm gonna. I should have done this before I cut it off, but on my cookies that I made the other day, I put them in the refrigerator and let them sit a little bit.
Chill the dough.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do it on these. Now you can put nuts in there. At this point, after you get it all mixed up, you put your nuts and your chocolate chips.
And you're
that's-
right, that is a lot of chocolate chips. That's 12 ounces, right?
It's 11.5.
Is it 11 more?
They're,
They cut down on
they're
them.
cutting down on the
It used to be
ounces.
12 ounces.
I know. So I'm good with that. Okay.
Just wash my hands.
I may be washing my hands and get my hands in this because this may not get them. I am. I'm gonna wash my hands, get my
Okay.
hands in this because the dough is stiff and trying to mix it with this.
Are you putting anything else in there? That's all that
That's
goes in
it.
there, right? Okay.
That's it. His brother and sister Warner is who I'm taking these cookies to. We have her following her sister. I think she's from Jacksonville, from Palestine.
Okay.
I'm not sure where she's at, but anyway, she watches this, and thank you for watching. Sister Lauren tells me every Sunday, church, how much her sister enjoys our program.
You're through with those spatulas, right, Mary?
I am, thank you, Linda.
You're welcome. And this here too.
Yeah, I'm through with everything. Now all we got to do is get these chocolate chips in here good and start putting them on the cookie sheet. My grandson likes chocolate chip.
Yeah.
That's their
Kids are
favorite
gonna-
cookie.
Kids are gonna love those.
Most kids think it is. You know, I don't like putting my hands in food, and I should have got my gloves, but It's meatloaf that I cannot handle from my feet and my hands, but I can do this.
Well, that cookie dough was stiff enough. It didn't need to be chilled, did it?
No, it didn't. I don't know. You know, time changes on everything, even the size of eggs. I'm telling you.
It does. I mean, used to a large egg
Yeah,
was
a
big.
large egg was big.
Now an extra large to
And
me
that's-
is not even a large, or maybe about a large.
And these old recipes, their measurements are about what they had then. So the eggs was bigger than what they are now. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands again, and then we're going to fill the cookie sheets.
Want anything on the bottom of your cookie sheets?
Oh yeah,
Or in the oven.
yeah. I'm only gonna use 2.
Okay.
We can, Linda, I guess we could make one bigger and one smaller cookies, and that way we both could dip.
Okay.
You want to?
Yeah.
What's the next size?
The 3 tablespoons, the large pamper chef one is the next size.
Ain't this it? Yeah. So we're going to use 2 different size cookie cutters, scoops this morning, because I don't have 2 of one size. That's why we're going to use 2 different. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be cooking them in separate ovens at separate times anyway. So here, Linda, I'll let you get you. And used to before I started using these, I would roll these out in my hand and roll them tight. But if you scoop it in here and you do it tight, they're already they're tight. And you put them about 2 inches. That's going to be a big cookie. I'll tell you for sure.
It is, but they'll be nice.
So I'm not gonna put as many on this sheet because I know these cookies are gonna spread out.
Yeah, you can only cook about 6 of the big ones on these cookie sheets.
Right. Oh, Linda, we let's get this where they can see both of us.
You think I'm putting far enough apart, Mary?
Yeah, that's about right. We've ordered white aprons, just like these pink ones. We've ordered more pink ones, and this time we're going to have white. So we will have white and pink aprons available September the 1st for y'all to order.
So for everybody that's been asking about
Right.
if you place your order now, just remember that it'll be after September the 4th
First, before we can deliver.
fulfill the orders. We don't like holding people's money and waiting on product like we did.
Using the big scoop, and this is Pamper Chef cookie sheets too. You got to leave enough room because that's a big cookie. In that you say it was 2 inch. This is a 2 inch.
That's 3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons.
And this is 2 tablespoons. So what I'm using.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven.
Okay.
I'm only gonna cook one at a time anyway.
Are you going to cook all of these today?
Probably not on camera. It depends on what time we have left on the camera.
Okay.
If we do, well then I'll just get a little pan out.
When you have your cookie dough, if you're going to cook it all at one time, do you go ahead and make up the balls?
I never had any left. I cook them all. We'll go ahead and do another pan.
Okay.
You say put a little bit of
Yeah, and I've already thrown that away.
All right,
So what's your shortening it?
right in there, in that cabinet right there. I'm gonna put. I wasn't planning on doing another cookie sheet, but I think I am, so I just go because it looks like we're gonna have enough time.
And I'll tell you another little trick too, and Mary, you probably know this.
What?
When this comes off the roll, it's if you'll turn it over.
I know that, yeah.
Yep. Then
It won't pucker up on the
right.
floor.
It just kind of makes this a little bit of shortening. Just kind of makes it.
I'm gonna use the smaller one.
You want to move this so you can put the bowl over here, Mary?
Well, that'd be all right, I guess. So we get out of y'all's way. So I'm gonna use a smaller one since on this other sheet.
Braden will probably like the big ones.
Braden, yeah, he will. Their first day of school was yesterday.
Oh, how did they do? They get good
Well,
teachers?
you know what?
Did
I
they
have
like
not.
them?
I have not talked to them, so I don't know.
It just seems unreal for Nathan to be a
I know.
senior, doesn't it?
It does.
It seems like he was just born, and I met him, you and Linda and the baby. They were living in Wichita Falls, and y'all met me in the Kmart parking lot on McCann. The Kmart's not even there anymore, but
To show
that's
him,
when I first
to
met
show
him.
you, yeah.
And it was cold and windy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
day.
Linda's a good mother. She's got teenage
She
boys
is.
now, and she's a single mother. So she's raising 2 teenage boys is
Not for the faint of heart.
not easy. But
They're
her
good kids.
oh, they're good kids. I thank God for them. First thing I do when I get up in the mornings is I pray for them boys. How many did you get on that sheet?
I got 12.
Okay,
But we didn't have the parchment quite all the way down on this one.
right. I'm gonna try to get them a little bit closer so I can get 12.
I might ought to put the 9 on there, but I put
They
12.
they will run together pretty
you want me to
quick.
take 3 of them
No,
off?
no, that's okay. It don't matter if some of them runs together. I'll I don't want them all to, but hopefully they
Now,
won't.
one thing about cookies, and anybody that's ever baked knows, you do not over bake
That's
cookies.
the trick.
When they're very light around
Right.
the edges is when
Yes.
you take them out.
Oh, I forgot to put the timer on.
I didn't think about it either, Mary. Sorry.
I have to put the timer on. It's 8 to 10 minutes is what it is, and I normally
You check them at 8.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I didn't. I'm gonna have to check them before that goes off because I didn't
They've
set
already
it.
been cooking. Yeah.
Mhm.
They've already been cooking at least 3 or 4 minutes, don't you imagine?
Yeah. Because these cookies, they spread out.
Yeah, I love those scoops.
This,
We have 3 sizes.
Mhm.
One tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and 3 tablespoons.
well, my mind just.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Interrupted
That's
you.
okay. I just thinking about the cookies, I guess, about who all I was going to take them to. Let's see. Our soup should be getting. See, let me show y'all a little closer picture.
Looks like it's got about 9 more minutes left on it. Is that the timer there on the bottom?
I think so. Now, whenever, let me put this one thing, see. Whenever you first put it on, it'll be little circles right around until it gets hot. And then
Okay.
the timer starts.
Is this
So
hot?
That is hot. That's hot. It's
Yeah,
very
it
hot.
is hot.
And I'll tell you another thing. When you pour this soup up, you do not want to automatically put cold water in it. It's glass.
It will
yes,
break it, right?
Yes, let this glass cool off before you put cold water in it. But it washes itself.
I love that.
That's another thing. When we get through, I wait till this glass cools off, and then I rinse it just one time in the water, and then I put 3 cups of water in it and 1 drop of detergent, and turn it on and turn it to heated wash. And it doesn't wash but about 5 or 6 minutes, but it cleans it and it's sterilized when you get through.
You know what I'm gonna do when I
What?
get mine?
What?
I have contemplated ordering one of these for months.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make tomato soup.
You can.
I love
There's a
tomato
recipe in the
soup.
cookbook
I
for
love
tomato basil.
Yeah, right. I love basil in my tomato soup.
It's a recipe in there. Now you see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's bubbling in there. It's cooking.
And the amount you put in there was just about the right amount.
You actually could have put a little bit more. It could have been a little bit more broth if you'd have wanted to. But I wasn't sure because, like I told y'all, this is my made-up recipe this morning, and so I'm not sure
Can you
what it was
imagine
supposed to be.
what Mama and Molly and Pinky Ma would think about these appliances?
I don't know. They probably wouldn't believe it that you could cook soup in a blender. But anyway, but now look, now let's watch this again. It
It
bubbles
goes
all the way to the top.
That's why I said what
Yeah.
you had in there was
Yeah,
a
I
good
think
amount.
what I had in there was right because, and like I said, I just used my own formula. But we're gonna taste it. Let y'all know. I hope I don't make a bad face. But I think it'll be good.
Do you remember how full it was? Is this about the
Something like that?
when
yeah.
you had done it? Its first
When
blend.
you first put the stuff in there,
See,
because
it
cooks
goes
all the way
almost to the top. Yes, it does. So I would know not to feel something
Right,
over there.
right. I think it's going to be good. You know, it's you make baby food in it. Anything that you want pureed or soup like that, and make up your own recipe. Potato soup. If I'd had enough potatoes, I only had 2 potatoes left. No, I wasn't gonna make potato soup. I made potato soup late Monday.
And you know, if they
But-
wanted texture in it, this would be a little bit more trouble. But if you wanted texture in it, you could have a little, maybe like 1 boiled potato in chunks, and then you could add them to the soup.
Well, see at the end when it gets through cooking, this top right here.
Is that what that's for?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can take that off and put, like, you want to add cheese to your potato soup, you put it in there and put it on pulse. Now that will pulse it. If you put it on pulse, that will melt the cheese, but it won't be cooking the whole time because it might stick. So if you're adding cheese to any of your soups that you make in this, then you need to add it at the end after it's already cooked and put it in the top of the lid.
Okay.
And then put it on pulse and it'll melt the cheese. But you don't want to cook that cheese in there because that thing gets really hot.
But if you had a potato cooked and it was hot, not cold,
Exactly.
and just drop
Yes,
it
you
down
could.
in there and let it
and
sit.
not and not pulse.
Yeah,
Yes.
not pulse it. I guess you could do the same thing with tomato soup if you put a
If you want
fresh
whole-
tomato in
Right,
it.
right. You
And
can
let
do
it
that.
put it in
Yes,
there.
Yes.
Panera, I get their tomato soup. I love their tomato soup, and theirs is smooth, but they have a few little tiny chunks in it.
exactly.
Not much, but a
Yeah.
few.
Well,
I'm gonna make me some.
yeah. I'm hoping that it's good.
I think it will be.
I might not have put enough bacon. I wanted to have some kind of flavor in it, so that's why I put that little pieces of bacon in it. I think it'll help.
I think it will too.
And I didn't put about a tablespoon.
About a
probably,
tablespoon, yeah.
Of already cooked bacon. So let's get our bowls out because this is fixing to be ready.
Okay.
I didn't.
Do you want the little ones? I think
No.
I want just a little.
Okay, that'll be all right. Just whatever
For
you
you
want.
two?
Yeah. I won't taste. I just want to taste. Is all I want.
I love little stuff.
Yeah, Linda likes little stuff. Every time I see any kind of dishes or little whatnots or something, pens, pencils, Linda, she likes that. She
I
likes
love
little.
them. I opened my purse the other day and I picked out one of the stylists that Sister Jean gave me.
Is that
she
right?
gave
Yeah.
she gave you one too. I guess it
Yeah.
was the last time I was there in April.
Yeah. Yeah, she gave us several things that year.
She did
That
that
last
trip.
time we was
Yeah.
up there. She gave us a whole bunch of
Birdhouses,
birdhouses
flashlight,
and a
little hammer thing to put in your car.
yeah, and mace, a little wasn't that
Mace, yeah,
mace
same
gun.
mace.
She gave us a lot of things. It was just like she was just showering us with gifts.
She loved to give too.
She sure did.
She loved to give.
So you know what? I didn't check that last night. I don't know if that's the time or not. If it is, it's 3 minutes.
I kind of think. Well,
may-
it says no that's a he. I kind of think that. I think that's the time because it's counting down.
Okay.
So I think it is. I mean, I've never used it before.
Well, I
shouldn't
didn't.
be telling you what it
I
is.
just turned it on and walked away. So I don't know if that timer is what the time. I tell you what I done. I set a timer on my stove because it says 25 to 30 minutes, and my timer. And I set it for 25 minutes, and my timer went off, and this was still going. And so I stood here and waited, and it was about 5 more minutes. So it was 30
so
minutes.
It took that long. Okay. Which really is not long if
No,
you
it's
consider
not.
soup. Oh yeah.
I'm looking at them. They didn't spread out as much as I
I
thought.
probably shouldn't have opened that.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
That's okay.
Not at
I got
all.
the timer.
Oh, man, so Mary looking at me like you shouldn't open it. Let
That's all
these
right.
out.
Hey, she'd have looked at me too if I'd opened her door.
Sorry.
I want to tell y'all something. Y'all do not realize how much we are alike.
We are.
We think alike. We're different. We're different in a lot of ways too. But I mean, we think alike when we start to say something on or order something, pepper shelf, or whether we demonstrate whatever. We think of the same thing.
We do.
And it looks like. People probably looks at it like we're in competition, but we're not.
We're
just
not.
literally, we just think of the same thing. We can talk, and all of a sudden, we'll say something at the same time, and we're just that way. All right, that timer went off, and so I'm gonna take them out. Yeah,
Which one do you want?
it doesn't matter.
Is that thick enough?
Yes, it does.
They are brown around the edges.
Yeah.
You want me to put this other pan in?
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Braden, when he's over here, he's scared to death of that oven. All right. Yeah, give me one of those pot holders, Linda. They're under there somewhere.
Make these bowls.
See? They're just barely golden brown. But they're getting brown around the edges, and that's how you know they're done.
Now that's what I usually do.
I jump real quick. Yeah. Because when they sit here, they'll harden up. And if you leave them in there too long, they will be like a crunch, which I like crunch. But I don't like them overdone either, so.
But they dry out very
Right.
quickly
Right.
if they're overbaked. They do.
So, I'm gonna,
Do you need another pot holder to put on your table?
no, I'm setting it on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'll
setting
put
it on that rack. I just got a cookie rack over here. I'm just gonna set this on so they'll cool.
I need to set the timer right for the cookies.
Please do, yes. Thank you. I'm just gonna set them on one of those racks and let them cook. So, all right, now it says end. This is through.
And it buzzed.
Yep, and just cancel. It wasn't hot, it just cancel, and then I just turn it off. It's done, it's ready.
Are you gonna bring that over here
I'm
to
gonna-
dip it? or-
I'm gonna pour it in there.
Oh, you're gonna pour it. Okay.
And you just turn the lid. And you tilt it sideways. You just have to have a good hold on that handle. Because it's kind of heavy.
Do I need to hold that up? Now, don't pour a lot for me. Just,
Well, I might have pulled too much.
you did for me. So just pour just a little bit. That's good.
All right. Tilt it. All right. I'm just going to set this over here. The pot to cool. It's probably going to be too hot to taste right now.
It probably is. I'm gonna smell it.
This is how it smells.
I smell the. Do you put oregano in it?
I did.
I smell the oregano. You put sweet basil in it. The consistency is perfect, Mary.
Yeah. That was
It's
2
really
small
nice.
potatoes and about a 1/4 onion and a 1/2 cup of shredded carrots.
That's really good.
It's good. It's kind of spicy. What was it that I put
You
in
put a
there?
whole teaspoon of black
I
pepper.
put a teaspoon of black pepper. Uh-oh. A little spicy for me, but
That's really good. This would be delicious with little oyster crackers. Little
oh, I got the crackers right
mini
here.
crackers, or even a tiny
I
bit of
got these
cornbread.
little mini crackers.
I just want 3 or 4. Thank you. That's fine.
I can't do nothing but drop things. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
But just put you some little crackers in there. But don't put that much black pepper. in the
Unless you like pepper.
unless you like pepper. So it's not too much pepper for you.
It's not too much for me.
It's a little bit too much for me. And try, it's so quick and easy. Just try your own recipe. And it's.
I'll eat that off camera.
Huh?
I said I'll finish eating that off camera.
It's good.
We are working on our new website. And I know we tell y'all this every time, but each day gets us closer to the should we say,
I don't
soft
know. Great reveal.
soft launch. I'll
Yeah.
tell y'all something funny. The other day I was asking Mary, because I get real antsy. When do you think we can open? When do you think we can open it? And I said soft lunch, and Mary said, well,
Still.
anyway,
It went off for a second.
It
That's the
did go
first
off
time
for a
on our
second.
end that it's done that.
so we're hoping that we're not going to give a date yet, but we're hoping that we're going to have some kind of an opening of it very soon, and then we'll be completely ready to go. Hopefully, just shortly after then. I don't want to give you a date. Linda might get me. Mary's daughter might get me.
We thought we'd have it up by now, but you know what? We're just. It's out of our hands if somebody else is doing it. We give them what they ask for, and then they'll come back and they say, well, we need this, and so we're doing all we can. That's all we can say, all we can do. Got a little soup there.
Yeah.
But you think those cookies are, you want to taste one of the
Probably
cookies, or you
we
think
can-
they set long enough?
They probably have. We can break one.
Yeah. Doing those cookies, and let's show them. Now, they probably need to set a little bit longer, but we'll show you the consistency.
They're going to be ooey gooey in the middle
See?
with all those chocolate
And
chips.
that's not overcooking them. So it's not dough. It's and the longer they sit there, the firmer they get too.
They're going to crisp up.
All right.
Don't ever let that fool you, because they will definitely crisp up.
I just want a tiny, tiny, tiny bite. There. I'm just going to take it back.
What it tastes like?
Well,
Christmas.
oh, we
Don't it?
got a lot of recipes for y'all for Christmas. We're trying our best not to cook any of it before we get our website up.
We want to.
We
but
got a lot of good recipes.
These are so good, Mary. It's almost
are
like I
good.
can see the Christmas tree up.
Oh.
These remind me so much of Christmas.
I will have one of the Rubbermaid containers. I'll have 3 or 4 or more than that. She always brings in, oh goodness, I can't even count the containers of different kinds of cookies. Of course, everybody takes some home with them. And that's the enjoyment of Christmas. Like, it's not just what you can eat that day, but you can take them home with you and enjoy them later.
I wish everybody could come to my sister's at Christmas.
Oh, Linda.
She has a dish for everything. She has a utensil for everything. And our grandkids, they know what's going to be there, because we 99% of the time have the same thing every Christmas. And
That's what they want.
it is just, it's a feast.
But I'd like to try at least, and I said that last year or the year before, we'd try to add one new thing to it. I do, but it's not everybody's favorite, but I try to add one new thing to it.
It's not what the kids want.
No,
They want
they want
tradition.
the same thing every time.
The one year we did soups,
Yeah.
and it was really good. And did we have tamales then too? Soups and tamales, or did we,
We
not
had
do
soups and
tamales?
sandwiches. We had hot
Sandwiches.
sandwiches. We had roast beef.
Sometimes we have
Sandwiches.
tamales
Yeah.
along with our other
Yeah.
stuff. But and it was the same thing at Mama's. Mama, that one year she did
around the world. Is
around
that
the
what it
world,
was?
dishes from
She
around
had-
the world.
Yeah, she did.
And she spent a lot of money
I
making
know,
them dishes.
bless her heart. But
what
it
do you-
wasn't Christmas.
And what do you think her kids thought? We wanted the
Dressing.
we wanted the turkey and dressing and ham dumplings. That's what we
And
wanted.
she had that too. But we didn't care for all that round the world food. And and I'm sure that it's good. It's just
not
something
what
we're not accustomed to.
Yeah. Right. See, we're not twins, but we can finish each other's sentences. So
We love each other dearly.
Yes, we do. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching us and for sharing us and for continuing to watch us and for supporting us with on our other pages. And Okay.
And if any of y'all can, I mean, if you do, if you have Facebook, we're trying to build our Facebook, and we have not got our new videos over there. But that's also going to be part of our new.
YouTube.
Yeah. What did I say? Facebook. I mean YouTube.
And
Go
yes.
to YouTube and watch our videos. But like I said, we haven't got our new ones on there yet. The ones that we filmed in the last few weeks. But
we're going to have
them. We're going to have all of them on YouTube soon. So we're trying to build our YouTube up a little bit.
Here, I'm not going to open the door. The
Okay.
8 minutes went off. Do we
Okay.
want to?
Yeah, I think we need to cook. Well,
Couple
those
more
are
minutes?
smaller, aren't they?
Do you want to?
Well, let's check them. I think maybe 2 more minutes, maybe,
Okay.
Linda. I think about 2 more minutes because they're almost done. But we're not going to keep y'all on here while we cook the rest of those chocolate chip cookies because it's the same thing. You can see how they look. They're soft,
Delicious.
delicious.
Go to
All
our
right.
other pages also and follow us and share us with
Right.
your friends. And
We do appreciate your support. And
do.
our white aprons will be in September the 1st. That's when we will have them in our hands. They're already ordered. But we can fill orders at September the 1st.
so thank you again. Count your blessings. God's
Yes.
so good to all of us.
Yes,
and,
He is.
um,
Let your light shine. Love y'all.
we love you.
Bye-bye.